Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Now, for today's Tuesday discussion, we have a question coming from Instagram that I find interesting and probably misplaced. But the question was, Jeff, are you getting tired of finished whiskeys? If you look behind me here, I'm not getting too tired of finished whiskeys, so I'm just going to say no. We can end the video right there. No, we'll get into it here. I do want to talk about finished whiskeys. I've got a few points to make, but no, I'm not getting tired of finished whiskeys. I'm having a whole lot of fun with finished whiskeys. But let's dive into it a bit deeper and we will discuss this. And then I'm going to love to hear what everyone thinks in the comments as we go through this discussion. So thank you for joining me today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. Man, as we go through this, am I getting tired of finished whiskeys? We're going to drink a finished whiskey. Let's drink some Kelvin Collaboration 5. And I am sorry about my tone to the person that asked this question because I actually feel like I'm actually coming off condescending, which I wasn't actually my intent going into this. I guess I'm coming in a little fiery hot, but I own a lot of finished whiskeys. Let's drink some of this here. So as we go through this, with the finished whiskeys in general, I have really enjoyed exploring finished whiskeys over the last 2 years. Beyond that too, but particularly the last 2 years is what I'm going to center on. I actually have one of the first finished whiskeys that I ever bought right here. It is an empty bottle of it. But the Jim Beam Distillery collection here, what is it? The Master Distiller Masterpiece. There we go. I'm going to get it eventually. But this was finished in sherry barrels. At the time, it was one of the most expensive whiskeys that I had ever purchased. If we go back to 2019, maybe. Trying to remember if it was a Christmas present or a birthday present, but either way, I got my wife to buy me it for some reason. I think she then expected me to like wrap it and not taste it immediately when we got home, like I was going to wait for the holiday or the birthday to get into it. No, I drank it immediately when I got home and then was told I had to wrap something because I already opened my gift. This is a reoccurring theme too, by the way, because I do that all the time. So with finished whiskeys, I am not getting tired of it. Please keep them coming. There have been so many amazing flavors. I think as I break down, see, this is the thing I struggle with. If I were to break down my like top 5 pours of all time, 2 of them that I know are in there are the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend Batch 28 and Bardstown Chateau de la Bade Batch 1. Both finished in cognac with the addition of Armagnac with the addition of cognac and sherry in that one, though primarily Armagnac. Love Armagnac finishes. The thing that's been fun the last 2 years, though, is the fact that when it comes to finished whiskeys, a vast majority of them have actually been MGP. So the experiment almost wasn't just evaluating finished whiskeys, it was being able to compare what all these casks are doing to MGP on such a wide scale. That's what I've enjoyed about it so much. A lot of the Barton too has been finished in various things. So there are other sources there that are getting finished, but by far the MGP has been put into so many different casks. Oh, it was fun. Now, maybe there is diminishing returns on this. After pursuing these finished whiskeys now for 3 to 4 years, I don't know if there's too many cask variations left. Like, please don't start inventing casks. We don't want that part of it. We don't want any like flavored whiskey essentially by the end of this here. But man, I love sherry casks. I love cognac casks. I love Armagnac casks. I've got a whole bunch of sherried whiskey like right here that I'll kind of go through in just a moment. But it's been a fun time finding the unique flavors. But once again, there might be diminishing returns. Maybe there's not too many great casks left to explore. Now, I thought that before, and then in the last 6 months, I've really found the Amburana casks, and I love that. I know that one is a bit divisive. I've heard people describe it as suntan lotion. Um, oh, there was another descriptor that somebody else gave out recently that was kind of repulsive. I don't get any of that. I get cinnamon sugar churros. It is all delicious. Give me the deliciousness of an Amburana cast finish. But that was a new cast that I discovered. I haven't had a whole lot of Mizurana. Did I say that right? Or did I say Mizurana? I gotta stop pronunciating things live. Mizurana. I said that right. I think I did that right. So I haven't had a whole lot of that. I've got a Japanese whiskey that someone had to remind me that that was Mizurana finished. But I haven't had a lot of bourbon that was that way. But man, I don't think there's too many things left to try. So, hmm. I think when it comes to the finished whiskeys overall, I do get why they can be divisive. People get kind of tired of all the different flavors, all the different gimmicks. When one person does it and it works, the next brand does it, the next brand does it, the next brand does it. It almost creates a trend that is very craft brewery like, where one craft brewery does it, the next craft brewery wants to do it over them, the next craft brewery wants to do, something even more extreme. You get the 3x IPA, the 5x IPA, the 10x IPA, and it just keeps going and going and going. And then one person's like, screw these IPAs, let's go into sours. And then there's a sour craze that goes on, and then the trends keep continuing. And I do see that with the finished whiskeys. Usually when someone strikes oil, everyone else wants to go after it. The other thing that I've really enjoyed too are brands like Starlight. So if we pull out Starlight here, this one was finished in sherry barrels. But when you get into finished single barrels on top of that, there's so many good flavors that are still there to find, so many unique combinations still. So I have really enjoyed Starlight. I've got 8 open Starlights right behind me down here. So other casts that I've really enjoyed, I pulled out the Kelvin, which I haven't even had a sip of yet. Shame on me. Hmm. This one was finished in sherry and dark rum casks. The Kelvin series is amazing. Most of the four gate that you see behind me are finished either in toasted casks, split stage casks, or various combinations of sherry, rum, cognac, etc. I have honey casks. Honey finished MGP. We can go into another recent favorite, maple casks. Maple syrup. Honey and maple syrup, why not? And I totally got into whiskey when I gave up sugar. We're going to say that still works here. There's no sugar in maple casks or honey casks, right? Other ones I love, man, sherry finished rye. Ryes are great too when they're finished. Another great sherry, I had to call this one out. Oh, sherry. This was a mash and journey pick. This one spent a year in a sherry barrel. The color on this thing is motor oil dark. And then I mentioned the Amburana earlier. Yeah, why not some Starlight Amburana? So once again, I go through these over and over and over again. I do think the cigar bash, the cigar blend, is appropriately named because some of my favorite whiskeys to have with a cigar are finished whiskeys. So am I tired of finished whiskeys? Let's find more combinations. Now, the thing that I do like that people have been doing more recently, I have seen private groups do this as well, which I find even more intriguing when they give you the barrel to take home, but I won't dive too deep into that. Barrel King here. So this is MGP that was finished in a Stag Junior barrel. And now I'm hearing of people like finishing in a Willet barrel, finishing in Buffalo Trace barrel, finishing in a turkey barrel. Man, you're essentially making blends when you get through this, especially if the flavors carry through. So many more fun combinations to try. So no, I am not tired of the Finnish whiskey yet. But I will say, and I'm going to end it on this particular point, if I will give a nugget to the people that hate Finnish whiskeys, I do not think it should still be called bourbon. I think it should be called an American whiskey. I think it's its own category. It touches another barrel, it mixes with another flavor. It mixes with another spirit. That is something different. It needs its own classification. So that's where I'm going to go with that one. I have tasted some whiskeys where it was finished in something that was clearly wet at the time, and that is not unadulterated bourbon. That is some type of blend that you're doing. So, if anything, am I getting tired of it? No. Am I a purist about it? Maybe. I think it should have a different classification. What do you think about that one? Let me know in the comments what you think about this particular topic. Are you tired of Finnish whiskeys? What are some of the most amazing Finnish whiskeys that you've had recently? What are some of the ones that you really want to try? And what do you think about this topic about it having its own classification? Why are we still allowing it to be called bourbon when there are so many restrictions around bourbon and everything that goes into it? I don't know if that's controversial or not. That's where I stand. Delicious. Thank you for joining me today, whiskey friends, on another Tuesday discussion. Once again, come back to the comments. Let us know what you think. And if you have a question yourself, that is how this format works. Put it in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I can. All right. Goodbye, whiskey friends. Have a good one.
Jeff, just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say hello again. Oh, Jeffrey, you should just be friends with me. But you have these whiskey friends, and you say